Hey, hello friends, welcome back to the channel. So finally I have a brand new video for you, and today I'm going to show you how I've made this card. Okay, and it's a pretty simple one, except for the flowers. They are quite a lot of work to do, and I will show you how I did them, because they're a lot of work, but they are easy. So if I can do it, everybody can do it, okay? First, let me show you the things that I've used. And I'm starting off with the dies. And I've used mainly only Elizabeth Crafty sign dies. Let's say a couple of months ago I discovered Elizabeth Crafty sign, and I absolutely love them. I love their products. I love their dies, all the designers, what they come up with. It's amazing. I love them, and I am pretty sure that I even prefer Elizabeth Crafty sign, the dies I mean, above Tim Holtz. I'm sorry guys, but I do. Okay? Yeah, sorry. That's just my preference, okay? I'm starting off with the dies, like I said. This is the Autumn Fancy Corner, the 2187. This is the Floral 31, the 2181. And this is a separate set. It comes from another collection. This is the 2176, the postage stamp strips. And I combined them all, and then you get the card which I've made. Okay, so the other stuff that I've used is this little stamp set, which also belongs to the Autumn Harvest collection. This is the CS379, the Autumn Greetings. And I've used these stencils, the 002, 006 and a 020 Tim Holtz stencils. I've used some paints, distress paints in the color Vintage Photo, Walnut Stain, Antique Linen and Rusty Hinge. And we're also going to be using a gel plate, just a small one to use as palette, and a brayer, okay? And of course we're going to use something like this, blending tool. Alright, and that's basically it. And if you don't have these centers for the flowers, I don't know the proper name of it in English, but they are like so. Okay, if you don't have them, then you can use the Nuvo drops as well, okay? Just I have quite a few Nuvo drops at the moment, and I like to have them in every color possible to match every color of the Distress ink palette. But sometimes I feel like doing it a little bit different. Then I'm using these little flower centers instead of the flower centers which are in the die set. Because there's also, let me show you, okay. This is the flower center, but I prefer to use things like this and Nuvo drops because that's way easier and quicker to do. Oh, and if you wonder what this is a magnet which holds all my dies in place. And they are from the brand X-Cut, and I'm going to get some more of these. This is the small envelope, but you also have them in A4 size. And because I'm going to expand my Elizabeth Crafty sign dies, I'm going to purchase the A4 folder as well. In the future, not now. I first have to save up some money again, because I'm pretty broke at the moment. Okay, so this is the card that we will be making. And yeah, let's get started. For the flowers, we will be using Distress White Heavy cardstock. And I'm coloring the flowers with gathered twigs and speckled egg. Yeah, I have to think. For the leaves, I used also a bunch of different colors, but I will let you know that later on. Yeah, this is the bucket with all the goodies that I will be using. It's some of the goodies that I will be using, I have to say. The card. So this is just some craft cardstock, which is 11 by 5.5 inches, and it's scored at 5.5. And this goes on top like so. And this piece of cardstock is 13.3 centimeters. And again 13.3 centimeters. I don't know how much that is in inches. So it's to be honest, it's 5 and a little bit, 5 inches and a little bit, both sides. So I'm really horrible in inches and centimeters as well, for that matter. All right, I'm going to put this all aside. Okie dokie. And I'm starting with the gel plate. And I'm going to grab a piece of cheap copy paper. No, like this. And I'm starting with the lightest color, antique linen. And I won't do any gel printing, but I just want to have some paint on the brayer. And I'm making sure, I already love this, and I'm just making sure that I go horizontal and vertical, and that I don't do, how you call it? Diagonal. Okay. Going to remove this. And let's use some rusty Hinge. A lot of people think that you can only use a gel plate for bright colors, but you could make grungy backgrounds as well with the gel plate, of course. Okay. So. And then we're going to vintage photo. And this I really like. because it has a blend of open space and color. And you'll also be using some walnut stain. And just very lightly. I think that this is quite enough. Okay, so this is how the background looks right now, but I do want to give it a little bit more interest with some stenciling. So I'm just going to do a little bit of stenciling. And like so. Now it's time to get our brayer, not our brayer, but our spatula, to do some pasting. I love how that looks. Just be sure that it's a thin layer. You don't do too much. And let it dry, of course. Alright, like so. And I think that this is a very nice grungy looking background. Love it. I really, 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 really love it. Okay, so next are the corners of this die, the Adam Fantasy Corners 2187. All right, and I've cut both of the corners, these ones, 2 times. Only the open frame, not the solid one. And I'm going to keep them white so that they pop off a little bit more of the background. Alright, so far so good. And now we're going to the flowers. And I'm thinking of using the blue one. And I'm also going to be needing some leaves, of course. Okay, so these are the pink ones which I've made. I don't know if you can see them. Okay. And this is the blue one. Let's see how to organize it. And then for the sentiment, we have to find a place. And I think that looks cool. Okay, but first I want to show you how I do my flowers. And although I'm prepared everything, I still have one flower to do. And I'm using my spellbinders or spellbinders tool, which I really like. Oh, I'm forgetting something. I really recommend this set. It's there's so much stuff inside which you can use to do your flowers, and it's awesome. It's money well spent, let me tell you that. We'll also be needing these two, and we will be needing two of these. It's not the stem. I don't know how it's called in. I don't know how it's called in the English language. They are used to. They are used for the center of the flower. Okay, and I'm just. Then it will look like this. Okay, we will be using that for the center of the flower. And yeah, let's do one petal. And let's see, where's my ink? Here it is. This is some distress ink and the color Speckled Egg, and I'm using where's the Gather Twig? Here. I'm using Gather Twigs as well. Yeah, that's this one. And I'm using this one. Okay. I do think it's handy to use this sheet. And when I'm coloring these petals, I am starting from, I'm coming in from the outside. So just very lightly, don't overdo it. Don't push too hard or you will break the petals. Sorry for the noise, guys, but that's my neighbor. Alright, that's basically it. And now I'm heading off to the gathered twigs, and it's basically the same thing. Oh, I forget one thing. I do color the back of the flowers, okay? And with this flower I am, oh come on, using speckled egg, and here I'm going from the center to the outside of the petals. It doesn't have to be very neat. It's just so that when you're sticking the flowers onto your card, that you don't see the white cardstock. Okay. All right. You need the foam, because now it's time to shape the flower. And we're starting with the back side, and I'm just going to shape the flowers a little bit so that it gets a little bit curly. Okay, then I'm going to turn them over and push in the middle, and ta-da! Done. And I'm using the medium size ballpoint. Okay. So that's that. Now it's time to stick everything down. We still need this one, by the way. And let's grab some glue. Just a tiny dot will do. Like so. And we're going to set this aside to dry. Yeah, okay, so that's that. Going back to the card, and I'm going to stick these down. Again with the same glue. This is a pretty intricate die, and it would have been better to use double-sided tape, I think, but we'll manage. Okay. And because this is just some glue that will dry clear, you won't see anything on a card when it's completely dry. Okay. Next one. Okay. Last one. Okay, so that's done. Now it's time to stick down the flowers. Okay, sorry guys for the ring shining on my working table, but it is what it is. Okay. Next, what we're going to be doing is finishing the flower, because I think that it's dry enough right now. And I'm using the cardboard, which comes with the Spellbinders garden kit. And with the Tim Holtz die pick, I'm going to punch a hole in the middle. And be sure that you don't hurt yourself when you do this. Okay. And you push it all the way through. And then you're going to take your little stems. I don't know how to call them in English, so that went quite easy. Okay. And now it looks like this. If you don't have these things, you could also use some Nuvo drops. Alright, I mean, I've also used a lot of Nuvo drops to make the middle part stand out of the flowers. That will work as well, so no worries. Just use what you do have, okay? Okay, so now it's time to stick everything down on the card. I'm using these the three largest flowers. And I will also be using some leaves, of course. something like this, and then I will put the sentiment on this little card, which comes from a postage die stamp, and I think something like this would be pretty cool. Yeah. Okay, I'm first going to be doing the postage stamp because that takes time to dry. And I'm going to be using Smile. Okay. Oh, but I think that it's better to color it first. And because this is brown, I'm going to be using this to stamp with. And all right. Going to take some vintage photo. Oh, sorry, gather twigs. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty. And now it's time for the stamping part. Okay, be sure that you put it in the middle. Ta-da! Don't know if you can see it. Yes, there it is. Okay. Put that one there. So, that's that. I like it. I like it a lot. Time to glue everything down. And I do think that I'm going to snip off a little bit of the ends of the center part. Okay, that won't work. Okay, good to know. Okay. This one right there. Or I'm always struggling with the leaves. Don't don't know why. Okay. Oh, come on. Are you serious? Okay, everything will be squashed down a little bit when you're adhering the flowers to the card. That's just a small thing to fix, if I may say so. And we've also put a lot of other stuff on a cardstock, so it's a little bit hard to adhere, but that's not a problem. Okay, so next one. Maybe using hot glue is a better option, but I don't have it, so, you know. Whatever. That one goes right over there. These kind of cards, I have to be honest, they take a lot of time to make. A lot of time. And if you don't have the time to do it, or you don't have the time or feel like making cards, which takes a lot of patience, then this is not for you. Okay? Okay, now they're all stuck down. Let's do the postage. So I still have to glue down the leaves, And I already positioned them the way I wanted. The way I want it. Correct English. And then this card is done. And it's quite a bulky card, so I wouldn't put it in an envelope, but you could give it directly to the person that you want to give it to. So that's all good. Okay, the last leaf. All right. And I think we're done. Just popping up the flowers a little bit. Okay, so now we're coming to the end of the video, and I want to thank you all for watching and supporting my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Please like my videos, it will help me a lot. And I hope to see you on my Facebook page as well, which has the same name as my YouTube channel. And if I hit 100 members on my Facebook group, my private Facebook group, then I will go live over there. So please subscribe to my Facebook group as well. I hope to see you on the other side, and I will see you at the next video. I hope that you like the card, it inspires you to make your own, and I see you at the next one. Happy crafting everybody, and stay safe. Bye bye.